Hi everyone and welcome to my blog. I'm Lily4Refugees, writer, blogger and voice for refugees. My today's guest in my summer blog series about creativity is someone very special. I have discovered him like millions of other people few weeks ago on TV on the second semi-final of the Eurovision Song Contest 2021 in Rotterdam in the Netherlands. I was so touched and amazed by his performance that I had to Google his name right away. That's what we do, right? These days, we Google. And I was shocked about his life story. I was heartbroken. The next day, I watched all the interviews and the documentary about his life, Dance or Die. Some of you may already know who I'm talking about. And he's just amazing. That's all I can say. He's amazing. And he's my guest today. We will be talking about his new book release, about his life, about his passion for dance. And I'm talking about the one and only, the king of dance, Ahmad Joudeh from the Netherlands, originally a refugee from Syria. So stay with me and just listen to what he has to say. Okay. Hi, Ahmad. Hello from Zurich to Amsterdam.
Hello.
It's so nice to have you here.
Thank you.
We are sending you 12 precious points from Zurich to Amsterdam.
Thank
That's
you very
how
much.
I that's how I got to know about your story through Eurovision Song Contest.
Mhm. Mhm.
So my first question is, how was it to be on the Eurovision Song Contest?
Wow, it was amazing. Such a great experience. Yes, I enjoyed every moment of it.
And did you realize during your performance that the whole world is watching you?
Oh yeah. Well, especially like this is one thing, and the second thing was like this is the first time I performed during Corona for like 3,500 people,
That's true.
and like everybody was like there. So that was a little stressful, but yeah, but it went well.
Lots of
Yeah.
pressure, right?
Yes, because like for me, I was not stressed about the performance itself. I was stressed to get corona
Oh,
because
really? Really? That was, oh, okay.
yeah. So every time I'm getting into the stage or into the theater, we would have a test on the door, and
Oh,
if you have corona positive, then you go away. So I was like very stressed. I was
oh,
like
wow.
isolating myself, like really taking care. But I'm
Okay.
very happy it's done.
You are happy that it's done. Yeah, I believe it. It was a very special year for Eurovision Song Contest. And I have to say, I was just mesmerized by your performance. I didn't know anything about your story, which is surprising because I usually look everything on the internet about refugees and refugee stories because I'm all for supporting refugees. And I honestly, when I Googled your name, I was like, oh my God, what is this story? And I couldn't stop. I just had to read everything about you. I was on your website. I watched all the videos, interviews, the documentary, Dance or Die. And I was just crying all afternoon. An entire afternoon just crying. That was such a touching story. And looking at you now and this Eurovision Song Contest stage, it's like it couldn't be more different. I mean, it's just it's such so paradox. It's black and white. It's day and night. And seeing it from outside, it's already very confusing. And I was wondering how you cope with this two different lives in a short matter of time, psychologically, but also emotionally.
Yeah, I think life is a journey in general. Like we all have our own journey. We have our challenges
That's
and our difficulties. Like it's not only me who has challenges in life. Like everybody has challenges in life.
that's
But
true.
the difference is that like how do you cope with it? It's a personal thing. Like it is a personal reaction, depends on the person. So for for example, me and my brother, we had the same life and the
Yeah.
same difficulties, but we perceived it differently.
Okay.
You know, so it depends on the person individually. And for me, I'm very lucky to be a dancer, so like I could, let's say, process many things through my dance, like
Amazing.
many things that I've seen during the war or during my immigration. Like when I came to the Netherlands, my war didn't stop.
Really,
So,
I know what you're talking about. Let me know. Okay, talk about it. I know exactly what you're talking about. The
yes,
war
it's not
started, another war started.
another war started. That's true. So like when you are like from where I am or from that place, from that side of the world, and like being there on the picture, you know, and
Mhm.
on the platform, they expect you to do many stuff or to, yeah, to express them, not to express yourself. But for
Okay.
me, like my presence is myself, my family, the way I grew up.
Yeah.
So that was quite challenging still, even though like now I'm Dutch,
Yeah.
and I am still considered as a former refugee. So when are we getting out of those labels? Like we work our life, you know, like I worked all my life. I integrated in the Netherlands and I feel Dutch and I have even the way I eat, I eat like Dutch people the time, for example. So and I learned the language and I did everything I had to do, and still they don't
And
call me a refugee anymore. They call me a former refugee. And until when a person can be a refugee?
I don't want to upset you, but you're doing this second war for 5 years. I live in Switzerland for over 30 years,
Wow.
and I'm still just that's the harsh reality. I'm still not accepted. I still feel like tolerated, but not accepted. As you see, I don't look like an Iranian. Um, as you said, I even like or love Swiss food. I
Mhm.
speak the language because Swiss German is different than German. So I speak German and Swiss German. And still, as you say, you always have this label, and it's
Yeah.
just frustrating.
Yeah, it is frustrating. But like the other side of it, for example, like being chosen by the Dutch community to present diversity
Yeah,
and be there
that's
on
wow.
stage, such a pride for
Yeah.
me, you know, like I'm very
Absolutely.
happy.
I felt the pride for you. It's like, it was like my brother is on stage. I was so touched. I was like, oh my God. I mean, it's not just dance. It's not just Eurovision Song Contest. It's so much more. And I'm happy that you realize it as well, because this is like, wow, you're like a symbol for refugees who try everything to be included, integrated, and accepted, not only tolerated, but accepted. So I'm really thankful and proud of you, really.
Thank you very much.
This is
Yes,
really,
and I said it as well in different interviews. Like I said it like my presence on that stage is not only about me, it's about every stateless person who has been put in down and looked down to you.
yeah.
Like I was like, yeah, I went through so much and in Syria during the war and
Oh,
even before the war. And now and here in Europe as well, I was looked down too, you know,
I
and
know exactly what you're talking
I
about.
was hurt. I got my heart broken. I had to leave the Netherlands and come back again. So I had so many difficulties, well, which I call social war, not political war. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Very well said. Yeah.
Yeah, and then and that's what I brought with me on stage. Like, hey, listen, I am a human being and
Exactly.
I deserve to live and I deserve to be there. And thanks to the Eurovision group, like they gave me this opportunity to
Wonderful.
be there, like the Dutch National Ballet bringing me from Syria to here, like Rusbeka Poli making the documentary about me. So it's not only me. Dance or Die, it's not Ahmad Joudeh only.
Exactly. It's a
Dance or
story
Die
for,
is
yeah.
every person who's supporting it. Yeah.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. This is really true.
Mhm.
It is hard not to continue this conversation because we could talk for hours. I understand you. I feel you. I know exactly what you're talking about. Many people who talk to you probably didn't experience what we are experiencing, unfortunately. And I think it's important that we use our voices and make sure that the future generation, and I'm not talking about in 10 years or 20 years, I'm talking about future, very nearly future, doesn't have to suffer the way we are suffering. Because I don't say it in past, I say it now, because we are still suffering, as you say.
Yeah.
And hopefully this interview changes something and people realize that, as you said, we are just human beings, that's it. And we all deserve to be free and just express ourselves. And the most important issue with me with refugees is to allow refugee children to educate, to grow, like the opportunity that you received. I mean, this is amazing. This is amazing that you have the chance to just be you, express yourself through dance, through the talent, God-given talent that you have. Unfortunately, not many of us have this talent. And I hope this changes. And I honestly see you as a symbol for change, because music and dance and books and movies are eye-opening. And hopefully people will have another understanding of us and stop looking at us, down at us, and treating us like criminals, like outsiders. We are just a human being and we want to live. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
Of course I do.
Okay, let me go to my next question. When I was watching you perform, it was like you are flying into another world. It's like you're not even there anymore. You are in your own zone. So I was asking myself, what do you think or what do you feel during a performance? I just would like to be in your brain.
While I'm dancing, um, I'm in my safe zone.
Okay.
I am. I feel that I master the universe.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yes.
That's nice.
I feel so powerful, safe, free.
Wow.
That's what I felt since I was 8 years old when I danced for the first time.
Okay.
And that's why I dance.
Mm-hmm. This feeling, this comfort. Okay.
That's why I dance. That's why I still do my training. I don't have any shows soon.
Okay.
I still do my training as if I have to perform tomorrow.
Very good. Always prepared.
Yes.
And
I
do
like
you,
to
sorry,
I like to stay ready for the opportunity to come.
you
Yeah.
never know what's behind the
Yeah.
corner.
Yeah.
And do you realize, I mean, you are in your own zone, so you don't really see what people are, do you realize what people are saying or feeling, or you are just in your own zone?
Believe it or not, I have never cared for an applause or to impress anybody.
Okay.
I have never cared to impress any ballet master or to dance for anyone.
Okay.
I I just be myself on stage, and that's what people. I just open my heart, like the most vulnerable situation, when you are just there giving yourself to the universe
Yeah.
and surrendering and trying to connect to the universe. For in my mind, I'm just mastering the universe. I'm just
Wow. So you don't even care if there are 100 people, 500,000, you don't care.
even if I'm dancing in the garage, it's the same. I swear.
I mean, seeing you dancing in Syria in
Mm.
this horrible scene, that was like, this is so paradox. I was like, how can he do this? This is amazing. I mean, this is not everybody can do that. I mean, some people are, they have this star appeal. I have to have a stage and lighting and blah 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 and dancers, and you're just doing your thing. And
Yeah, it depends why do you dance. I told you why I dance. And
yeah,
the reason I dance for, it's different, I guess.
yeah,
I
it's
don't
much.
need a stage for that. I don't need a stage for that.
Wow.
Um, yeah. And can you like I think you could see like I was dancing in the rubbles of the Yarmouk camp in Damascus in Syria, and that was 5 years ago, huh?
Yeah.
Not 10 years ago.
Yeah.
and and like only last month I was on the Eurovision stage.
This is crazy. Crazy.
So for me, like it's very big, but it is good. It is good to inspire other people.
You do. Absolutely. You couldn't do more to inspire people. Trust me.
Yes, like if you believe in yourself, if you work hard, if you don't be afraid of sacrifices, you know?
Yeah,
Like I sacrificed so much.
I know. I know.
Like
I know. I read it. You lived it. This is just two different pair of shoes, but still, it was so hurtful. I felt the pain. I felt it in my chest. I couldn't breathe. I was watching and reading, and I was like, the entire afternoon, if anyone would see me, would say, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "This is just." I couldn't stop thinking because probably I feel it, because I experienced similar. I'm not saying the same, no way the same. Similar, I absolutely feel you and I appreciate you and I admire you for your strength and your belief. This is just amazing. You are truly an inspiration.
thank you.
Okay. So Ahmad, now we are talking about something really, really interesting. There is a documentary about your life. It's called Dance or Die. It's already available. We can watch it on YouTube or on your website. I will give all the addresses afterwards. But I read that your memoir is going to be out on September 21st, 2021. I love the date. Everyone can remember it. 21st of September, 2021, in English for now. So tell me, why should readers buy the book and what do they learn from your story?
I think like it is an important story. Like as I say, like my story is not only about a person. It's about, let's say, a case, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's educating people about stateless people who has been there in Syria for 4 generations and how all of this started. And then it goes to me, and then you will read about the war in Syria from a dancer perspective,
Mm-hmm.
not from a politician perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And then you will see all those challenges that a stateless kid can have. So I think this story has a value, and this value is worth sharing and worth protecting. And that's why I wrote my book,
Wow.
because I wanted this book to be there for people to educate them about this situation and to inspire them, hopefully, and to make them feel that they are lucky to have their life settled, you know?
Yeah.
Um, the details about my story are very important because even today when I tell people that I lived my life stateless, they're like, what do you mean? You were born in Syria, you
Yeah.
should be Syrian. I'm like, no,
Mm-hmm.
you follow your father in Syria, not your mother. Even though my mother is Syrian,
Mm-hmm.
she cannot give me the nationality because only
Wow.
the father gives nationality.
Okay.
So something like that people don't know.
No. How should
So
they?
yeah, how should they? That's why we made the book. That's why we share the documentary. That's why I dance in certain events to let people see as well. Even if you grew up as a stateless refugee, you can still be a professional dancer.
Wow. Yeah. This is just
So
amazing.
yeah, I'm very happy with my book, and I'm very excited that it's going to be published on September, and I
Mm-hmm.
cannot wait to see the reaction.
Oh, me
Like,
too.
yeah, I want to see the opinions. Like, what do you think? You know, and I work with SOS Children Villages since I was in Syria, so voluntarily, of course, and yeah. So my book was like, for example, when it's in Italy, it's already available in Italian since more than 3 years, and it
Oh,
was
wow.
there.
3 years.
Yeah, and we
Okay.
support the SOS Children Villages with selling the book as well.
Oh, wow. Super.
So
Perfect.
I hope as well with the English version that I will see. where the support will go.
Yeah. Fingers
Yeah.
crossed it's going to be a bestseller very soon.
Yes. Yes, I
How
hope
was
so.
the process of writing it? I mean, I remember from writing my own memoir, it is so difficult to remember all the painful history of your life and then relive it again. You have to relive it again when you're writing down. So how was the process for you?
It was very difficult. It
Mhm.
was not easy.
Mm-mm.
It's like your heart is tearing pieces while you're
Yeah,
writing it, and
exactly.
it's not easy. But for me, like I needed to do it because it's not for me; it's for the world. So I wanted to like here it is, take it, you know. And for the Italian version, I had a ghostwriter,
Ah,
so
okay.
it was easier for me.
Okay.
But for the English version, no, I had to reshape it all, almost all of it. So it's like a different edition.
Oh, okay. So it's not
Not
exactly the same translation. Okay.
no, it's yeah, different edition, I would say.
Okay.
And I add to it my philosophy in life as well,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, how I see connections in life, and how I talked about when I'm dancing what I feel and the connection with the
Nice.
universe and stuff. And yeah, I'm very excited for the English version. I took some brave steps in it.
Okay.
So let's see how does it.
Surprise. Okay.
Yeah,
What surprises? What can we expect?
but yeah, I was just expressing, and then
Just honest, your honest feeling.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, while writing it was like I was crying, I was laughing, I was like different emotions, ups and downs, and all of this. I even now I have the hard copy of it. I have it now, so I'm
Okay.
reading it, and then I
Okay.
see, oh, I didn't write very important thing. I
You
didn't,
still have more to share.
yeah, which is, if you know my story, you know that my father was against me all the
I
time.
know.
I didn't write that he was there watching my show in Amsterdam with the National Ballet.
Oh, really?
Yes, so
Oh,
I
wow. I get goosebumps. Oh, my God. Oh, he
yes,
was there. That's, oh, wow. Wow.
and he's a very big supporter for me right now. Like,
Oh, this is fantastic. I'm so happy for you. That this must have been the moment for you.
yeah, imagine I didn't write this in the book.
You didn't. This
We
is
still make mistakes. We're growing. That's how we grow. So hopefully, if it's go
what
if it's going in another language, I have to add it there.
what about your mom? You know, when I was watching you, my my whole thought was with your mother. I was like, she must be like, wow. What was she? She wasn't there, right?
No, she was in Syria, but she could watch live
Oh, she did. What? Okay. What did
on
she
the.
say afterwards? I mean, if I was your mom, I would like cry.
Well, actually, I called her before the show
Okay.
in the morning, and I
Okay.
was like, "Mom, can you imagine the day we lived for is today?" And she was like, "Wow!" Like
Wow.
I get emotional even talking about
Yeah,
it now.
this is just
Like I
creepy.
was, like we both were crying on the phone. Like, can
Oh,
you imagine all of this challenges, pain, difficulties, all of this? It's tonight.
yeah.
And then I told, and she's like, okay, you're going to do it, blah blah. And then I said, I'm stressed. She's like, really? You're gonna just get the stress later. First you perform, and then later you think, oh. And I'm like, mom, it's big. And she said, you can do it. What do you think?
Of course you can do it. Yeah, that's what mom said, right? But it was a big. And did she know that your father is there? I mean, did she know that your father
Uh,
was there?
my father was not during Eurovision. He was during another show when I was,
Ah,
yeah.
okay. Not your show. Okay. But
No,
still.
my father was there while I was dancing a solo with the National Ballet in the Concertgebouw in Amsterdam.
Ah, I
So this
see. Okay.
this you can see in the documentary.
Oh, okay, 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 okay.
Yeah, yeah. But no, in Eurovision, my father couldn't come because he's in Germany, and the corona regulations and all of
Oh,
this.
this is horrible. This is just horrible.
but I had my Dutch family by my side.
This is nice.
Yes, and they were very supportive. They are very supportive. I love them. So I have my people
So
here
you're
for me.
not alone. You don't feel lonely.
No, 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 not at
You don't
all.
have time to feel lonely.
No, that's true. That's true. But that's true. I have as I call them my Dutch family. They help me even with the Dutch language.
Oh,
Like they take me every weekend to show me something in the Netherlands, like if I
right.
have time, of course. So I think every immigrant needs to have a family to take him in. And that's
That's
how
important.
when I got the nationality, that's how I talked about it. I said I was a stranger and you took me in. And
That's
that's
nice.
true. Like the Dutch are amazing.
I know.
Like they're
I know.
amazing. And yeah, like they made me feel safe, protected, free, um, all of this.
This is
So
so precious. This is so priceless. This is like a miracle. You know, ending up in a country like the Netherlands with its history and how they are today and this diversity. This is a miracle. I mean, you could have ended up anywhere else. And trust me, I'm not mentioning any countries, but some
that's
countries are not so open-minded. So in this view, the Netherlands is really one of the best countries in Europe where you can live as a former refugee and
mhm.
neutralized Dutch. So this is a blessing.
Yes, I'm very happy to be here. I'm really, really happy to be here.
That's nice to hear. That's really nice to hear. I'm
Yeah,
happy for you that you're happy, that you
yeah,
have found your peace. It's also important to find your peace in your adopted country,
yes. Oh, I
because
like and you're
people
adopted.
who are against refugees and foreigners, they're everywhere, right? They're everywhere. But having a circle of people who you can trust and who you can rely on, this is a blessing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm lucky.
So people should read your book because it's about the history of Syria, because it's your personal view from a dancer, as you said, not a politician. And it is an eye-opening, heartwarming, heartbreaking, touching story. And I'm sure anyone who reads this book, especially people who have a bad opinion about foreigners and refugees in general, I'm pretty sure they will have another opinion after reading your book. And people who are in the same situation like us will be inspired because they see your story is the proof that creativity and art makes the impossible possible.
That's true. And
That's
most of the times, like opinions based on experiences.
mhm,
So with more experience, your opinion grow as well with
exactly.
you, and then
That's
it can,
what we want with your book.
yeah,
We want people to grow, to be open-minded and to understand diversity, acceptance, and just what it means, as you said, to be welcoming to foreigners. You know, I said once, anyone can become a refugee. Anyone. You never know what happens in the world. There are so many
everybody.
reasons to become a refugee.
No, everybody is a refugee.
Everyone, that's good.
Everyone
That's
who
true.
we all need, we all need safe place to seek
Exactly.
refuge in. It could be a heart even,
Yeah.
like everybody is a refugee in here.
We are, as I always say, we are all just guests, visitors here on planet Earth for just a short time. And it's so important to be able to live happy, make others happy, and just be a good human being. That's all that matters. Be a good human being.
I would say it's very important as well to love yourself and to
That
protect yourself
very true.
because you are the home for yourself.
Exactly.
Like
That's
I,
true.
I I lived stateless all my life looking for home. I saw my home destroyed in my own eyes, and I saw I lost people. I lost five people from my family. I lost people I love, and I was always looking for home. But then recently I realized I am my own home because
That's
home
very
is
nice
where
said. Yeah.
home is where you are protected and loved and cared for, and that's what I do to myself. And wherever I go, it's my home because I am there.
That's nice.
So I
Very
wish
well.
people realize this as well.
Very well. Very well said, Ahmad. You're a wise man. I say you're an angel with a mission, with
Thank you.
wise words, inspiring words. That's very well said. Very well said. Very touching.
Thank you.
Ah, you amaze me. Okay, Ahmad, let's move on to my next question. According to your own quote, in your YouTube video, Dancing for His Life, you say, away from dance, I'm nothing. I have nothing. All I have is dance, and all I am is a dancer. So
Yes.
my question is, what would you do in a world without music?
In a world without music, I cannot imagine a world without music.
Well, I thought you say I will dance anyway.
Well, it's different because I dance as well without music.
You do?
Yes,
Really?
yes,
Okay. So
I
it's
do.
nothing new for you, okay?
No, it's not new for me, but music is important. Like for example, how did I dance before? I would go to the nature and just listen to the wind and to the sounds of the trees,
Okay.
to the sound of water, and then just move with them. Most of actually the videos I posted on my YouTube and Instagram in nature, I danced without music. I danced
Okay.
on
I
this.
thought you're just doing it for your social media.
No, I and then I add music to it later to post it.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah,
music is important to you.
it is important to everybody in the world.
Music is healing.
Mhm.
What is your favorite music genre?
I love Iranian music. I love Middle Eastern music. I love as well the Turkish, like the Turkish Iranian Middle Eastern mixture.
It's
That
nice.
that fusion, it's so amazing for me.
I
Like
agree. I agree.
it takes me places, and I love classical music too.
Mhm.
Like I put it at home after in the evening all the time.
Really?
Yeah, especially Hauser.
Oh, okay. So really, really classic music. Okay.
Yeah,
What about Mozart? What about the Austrian musicians?
yeah, that's too. I mean, I'm a ballet dancer. I
I
cannot live
know. You
without.
grew up with this music, right?
Yes, yes. Mhm. But my brother and my father are musicians,
Oh, really?
so I grew up with music, and I used to sing as well.
I
And I used,
know that. I wanted to ask you, are you having any plans in doing a music album or song? Nothing. Why? You have a beautiful
uh,
voice.
I'm better dancing than singing.
But you should give it a try. Maybe one song. You know what would be nice? Participate at Eurovision Song
Oh
Contest
my God, imagine. Oh my God.
with a song about diversity and acceptance. That would be a good message.
They've done enough, like the
They
Russian.
try. They really do. They really do. Yeah.
I
But with
love
your
it.
voice, it would be different.
Yeah, yeah. And the Ducks, like they've done really great this year, like for diversity, for empowerment, and for voices.
That's true.
Yeah,
You said social media changed your life
yeah,
because you were discovered on Facebook, right?
yeah,
Do you believe in angels and miracles?
yeah.
Yeah,
I believe,
me too.
I, I believe in spirits. I believe in spirits. I
So you
believe that we are all from the same spirit.
have you
We
ever experienced something unusual?
I don't know if I want to talk about it on an interview.
Oh, okay, you just say yes or no. Yes, so you have experience.
Well,
Okay.
of course, dancing is unusual.
You are unusual.
Thank
Okay,
you.
let's move on
I
to my
wrote
next
about
question.
No, listen to this. I wrote about it in my book. You can read it
Oh,
there.
really? Okay, okay. One more reason to read your memoir, Dance or Die. I repeat again, it will be out on September 21st, 2021, so you can remember the date. This is, it's a book. How is it like this? How big is your book?
Um, yes, so here it is.
Wow, lovely picture. Okay, it's big. It's good. So it's, wow, you need a few days to read it. Really
Yeah,
lovely pictures.
and I heard from many people who read it that it goes really smooth.
Okay, because you can't stop it. You have to show me.
You cannot read this.
No, it's
Uh,
too small.
well, it's the dedication. So I wrote that I dedicate this book to the spirit that guides every single one of us. In the memory of the soul, where the flame is, our spirits glow.
You're also a poet. Okay, I see.
So I have something like this style in the book.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
So it's not only informative, it's also inspirational and emotional.
Yeah.
Talking about emotional, I know the story with your father is really, really heartbreaking story. But for me, it's like your story is heartbreaking, but at the end, it's just so hopeful. I saw the moment when you went to Germany, to Berlin to meet your father. My heart was like pumping like this with you. I was nervous like you. I felt your feeling, I felt your emotion. And it was, for me, it was really hard. From one side, it was just beautiful to see father and son reunited after 11 years, which is a long time. On the other hand, seeing him where he was, that was just for me, that was, oh my God. Because I know you had your country, you had a life, you had your house, you had your, it's not like you're coming from nowhere. It's the same with my country. We have culture, we have history, we have mentality, we are proud people. Seeing him where he is now, that was just for me, oh, it made me speechless for hours. I had to think about, I was asking myself, now that you're Dutch and you have found a second family in Europe, where do you see yourself in the future? What is your dream? What is your wish? Do you see yourself reunited with your family back in Syria? Or do you feel that Europe is now your home or second home? And what is your long wish, desire for the future for yourself and for your family?
I have a lot of dreams. Like I want to create the ballet school in Syria and Damascus. That is, I feel I'm getting there soon, I hope.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. I fulfilled the dream to build a home for my mom instead of the home that we lost.
Okay,
So
nice.
this is fulfilled. So she has,
Wow, bravo, wow.
thank you. Um, I wish that my father can go back to Syria.
So he wants to go back?
I wish that he would go back and reunited with my family there
Yeah.
because they need each other. And he knows that he needs them and they know that they need him. For me, I think the sacrifice in my life was from both sides. Like when my mother put my prepared my luggage and put it in the car, my brother put it in the car. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to leave them. Like she hugged me and she said, like, you are leaving anyway. Just if you don't go now and follow your dream, they will take you to the army. So go
Okay,
and make me proud of you. And since then, I felt like they sacrificed me
that's true.
for the sake of life.
Yeah.
And I came here and I had a culture shock. It was for me quite difficult to
Adjust.
understand, like, really? Like, what is this? Yeah, and then I was busy with work, so I didn't really realize that so many reactions or actions on I was doing, they were just because of the culture shock.
Mhm, mhm.
So it took arrival is not the solution, you know, like it took me 4 years to really be in the Netherlands while I live in the Netherlands.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and memories hurts,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Every memory, it hurts my mind. Like I had very, very much difficulties. So I don't know if I have any connection with Syria, except from my Syrian blood, who I got from my mom,
Mm-hmm.
because everything I had was bombed. Everything. My childhood, my house, the neighborhood, everything. And so I don't know. Of course, I can support the school and create it and everything. I have my family there, they can make it for me. And I would support everything from here. Um, Maybe one day I will go back, I don't know. But for me, I want to keep soaring, like I got my wings,
You want to
flame,
fly?
flame wings. They're not just wings, and I want to keep rising. I want to keep soaring in the skies. I want to be a voice for everybody who didn't have a voice
Yeah.
or who doesn't have a voice. I want to be an example of success for
Yeah,
this.
you are. You are already, but I know what you're talking. You are already. You're on the right road.
So I want to keep this road and I want to, as long as I can. And then I don't know. I don't know what is the
Well, you never
future.
know what the future brings, right? I mean, the hope is that Syria will be able to rebuild and just for the sake of the next generation, because
That
it
is
can't
that
it
is
can't
the
stay
belief.
the way it is.
Yes, of course. This is a belief. This I believe it's gonna happen.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. This I believe it's gonna happen. What I hope that what is going to happen, what I wish what happens is to have better education and to
Yeah,
open minds
yeah,
and to, let's say, to make minds have shields of understanding. Like
yeah,
I want them to listen to understand, not to listen to say back things, or
yeah. I know
to
what you're saying. I understand you. I
yeah.
hear you. I hear you. You know, it's interesting. I discovered an interview from myself from 4 years ago. I didn't even realize it was 4 years ago. And I will send you the link to show you. I was talking about Syria. I was talking about the fact that these people need to be taken care of, and that I was specifically talking about Syria and how it's affecting me and how it's just breaking my heart to see people suffering the way they are doing, and that people here in Europe, privileged people, have no understanding. And it's like that was the time where they said refugees welcome, and some said refugees not welcome. And I was like, how can you say not welcome? How can you even, if you have a heart and you see these images on the news, it's not a fiction movie, it's not a Hollywood production, it is the reality of today. We are living this time and we are witnessing history. You know, it's so annoying to watch TV when they talk about the Second War, and they repeat and repeat and talk about it, which is horrible. It's horrible, and it should be we should learn from history, but people don't learn. And the tragic is, it's not like it was back in 70 years ago. It's now what's happening in Syria. It's now and today. And we are
Yeah.
witnessing history. And I feel like people just wake up and do something.
Yeah, like for me, I don't blame, because how can you blame somebody who doesn't know?
Well, I do blame. I do blame not the people, I blame the governments, politicians, the people in power. Of course, you can't expect from anyone, just like random people, to make a change. That's impossible. If you see it on Instagram, there are so many communities. They are trying to help refugees. They try their best in their local area. You see that there are good human beings, but I'm talking about governments, the refugee law, and if I always say the solution is stop war, and then you don't have refugees. If you don't like refugees, stop war. That's the only solution. But if you're making war and creating war to make money, then I guess you have to welcome refugees. It's just, it doesn't go, it's just,
It's so weird. It's so
it is
weird.
a weird situation. I know. Let's talk about good things.
Okay, please.
Explain to me creativity in 3 words.
Creativity for me is
I know what it is for you. Dance, dance, dance.
um creativity in 3 words. Well, expression,
Mhm. Good.
uh, um, believe,
Wow.
confident.
Good. Good one.
Mhm.
Wise man. Wise man. What is your definition of love in 3 words?
Respect,
Mhm.
um, clarity,
Mhm.
um, protection.
Wow. I asked this question from all my blog guests, and these 3 words are the first ones. So, wise man. Very good. Very good. Love it. Really nice.
Thank you.
So being a creative person like you are, it must have been very difficult for you the last year in lockdown. I was
Yeah,
wondering, what did you do? How did you
I
survive?
my God. Well, dancing at home. I didn't live in this apartment before. So during the lockdown, I lived in 14 square meter studio for
Oh,
students.
oh,
This apartment I got when I became Dutch, before I was on the student visa. Because
okay, I see. Okay, okay.
yeah, so I didn't have enough space.
No.
I had I had to, yeah, I bought dumbbells. I got a ballet bar from the National Ballet. That's very nice of them. And I got a dancing floor from them. So we would do the ballet classes through YouTube, but I don't have space.
Oh,
So I
poor guy.
do it, believe it or not, at the park.
Okay.
I go to the
Outside
park.
without music.
Yeah, yes, without
The
music.
nature.
Sometimes sometimes I would have music with me because I would go with my friends and just like do gymnastics and just flip around, and
Okay.
we would work out and I would do some jumps and all of this, but like to have music and then people would gather and watch us and
Oh,
I'm like,
I believe that. Yeah.
oh, they're like, oh, I know you from the documentary. I'm like, oh, bye. And then, you know, like I'm not performing. I just need to do my training. But I did some dancing at home, for example. You can see on my YouTube and Instagram.
Okay.
But it was not my house. It's like friend's house. I would go
Okay. Okay.
dance there. I had access to the studios,
Good.
uh, luckily. So
Luckily.
yeah, so we would go like one by one, just by yourself, and just try things. And so I made some videos as well.
Okay.
I worked out a lot at home. I even became so big because I was afraid I would lose my shape. And then I'm like, oh, yeah. So I did a lot of work. Like I would go running.
Good.
For example, we have with my Dutch family, they live in Rotterdam.
Mm-hmm.
So in Rotterdam we have something called the Bridges Run.
Okay.
So in
Bridge.
Rotterdam, there's like bridges, and then you go like for a run for like 2 hours.
Oh, wow. Bravo.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I did kickboxing, I did mountain biking,
Oh,
I
so you
did,
did a lot. Wow. So you stayed, let's say, not creative, but more productive.
yeah, I tried to stay in shape and motivated.
Good.
So every weekend I would go with friends or something and just do things. Like
Very good.
I
I
learned
think it's
wakeboarding.
over. I think it is so soon over and we can live a normal life again.
Uh,
Especially for the entertainment business like you should be on stage. You shouldn't be in your room. You should be out in
I
front.
cannot. I need to dance. I always say my body needs to dance.
Yeah.
Not me, it's my body. Yeah, because
Never,
like
you
it
can
is my,
never relax, right? You're like always.
no, it's my instrument. Like I really take care of
Oh,
my body as an instrument, Like I look at my body and I see where I have to fix things, I have to change things, and
Ahmad, you're perfect. You don't have to do anything.
it's a lot of work to stay like this.
I know, I can imagine. I can only imagine.
Yeah,
Let,
yeah.
let me go to my next question. Okay, Ahmad, my last question for today is, soon we have World Refugee Day. What is your personal opinion about World Refugee Day?
I think it has two faces. Like the good face about it, that it gives awareness to refugees.
Mhm.
So like people, they realize there are refugees in here, which it's or they already realize, but just like. And the bad thing about it, I hope that one day we will not have the word refugee
Yeah, me too.
in a political aspect as we have it right now. That's what I mean. I performed many times during the World Refugee Day and I
Mhm.
gave my messages, but this year I just would like to tell my message not to the people who are not refugees. My message now is for the refugees themselves.
Okay,
Like I would say just head up, head up and stand for yourself and never let somebody put you down. Never let them judging you. And the only judgment that you should care for is your own judgment.
Mhm.
Like try to be the best version of yourself that you know you can be. And only you know how good you can be. And never listen to them. If they are putting you down, never listen to them. And I would say to the others, people, like stop facing your insecurities in us. Like stop facing it, stop projecting this, stop projecting your insecurities on us and facing it in us. You have mirrors for that.
Very well said.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. Now, honestly, it is so well said.
Yeah.
Smadad,
I
I
think
have the same opinion.
I think that's what happens. That's what happens. And I would say like be careful to the person who's treating a refugee bad. Be careful.
Mhm.
Be careful because you are giving an idea about the whole region you are from.
Yeah, that's true.
As we are like me, when they look at me they say the Syrian dancer. I am giving an image about my culture.
That's
If this
true.
image would be hurtful for somebody, they will think all my culture and all my people are bad, right?
That's true.
So integration is respect and arrival is not the solution. And integration should be from both sides. Let's understand each other. Let's respect each other. Let's share.
Exactly.
That's what I would say.
I agree. I couldn't, doesn't matter. I couldn't agree more. I mean, these are my words. As you say, respect comes from both sides. Integration is also a two-way street. It's not a one-way street. You can accept foreigners, refugees to integrate in your country and not give them the same respect that they give to you. And at the end of the day, Ahmad, let's face it, we are all the same. We are human beings just here for a short time, trying our best to achieve something with this in this short time with what we can, what we have. In your case, it's of course your amazing talent with dance. In my case, it's my writing. We try our best to do something, to achieve something, and just the solution for everything at the end of the day is
We're not taking anything with us
love,
on the ground. We're
love,
not
love,
taking
love,
anything.
love.
Yes. Yes.
Love is the solution and the key to happiness for everyone, for everyone. And as you said before, we all want to be accepted. That's it. This is a simple solution.
Yeah. I think for me, the key is forgiveness.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Very good.
Forgiveness is the key because forgiveness leads you to love. And that's what happened between me and my father.
Yeah. What a lovely story. What a wonderful story. I just wish you, your parents, your entire family, really
Thank
from the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the happiness in the world for your dance and book. I wish you lots of success. I have no doubt. I have no doubt it's going to be success. And I'm sure you will be a bestseller, not only in English, but also hopefully in German and other languages. And I just, my best wish for you is, the most important is just that you find your happiness. And as you said, you have found your home in yourself, within you. I will take this wise word from you. I will treasure it, because it's very well said. I think all refugees should take this wise words, and because it's difficult, it's really difficult. We are all having a challenging life, and we're having a challenging time. The world is getting crazier and crazier. But as you say, we just have to find home in ourselves, and people like us, we try to bring awareness about the refugee issue. That's what we can do. And I'm proud of you, like my brother. I see you as a brother. I started the conversation by saying hello from Zurich to Amsterdam, and I sent you 12 points. But I'm ending it from a proud Iranian to a proud Syrian. I just say Syrian because you were born there. And it doesn't matter, nationality doesn't matter. Whether I have a Swiss passport, you have a Dutch passport, at the end of the day, we are human beings, and love is the solution for everything. Love and respect, as you said.
Yes.
And you have just my admiration, respect, and just, as I said, you're an inspiration. You're an angel with a mission. Remember that. Whenever you feel tired, you just say, hey, I'm an angel with a mission. I should continue.
And then I jump higher.
Exactly. Jump higher. That's it. Thank you so much for being my blog guest.
Thank you very much.
It was really nice talking to you. You are as nice as I thought, as sweet as I thought, and as charming and handsome as I thought. You're exactly what I was thinking he is. Ahmad Joudeh is a star, is a born star and an angel.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being my guest. Thank you for making the time to talk about your story, and all the best with your book.
Thank you. Thank you. All the best for you too.
Thank you so much.